Okay, today is February the 19th, 2016. Taking a look at the sea level pressure analysis first to document uh, this high pressure that's been reinstalled into place off of California right here. And this is day two now of this high pressure being reinstalled, and that is going to block any weather coming in for the foreseeable future. We've been keeping an eye on these high pressures, these stationary highs. The last episode, I think, was around 11 or 12 days before we finally got an inch of rain in the foothills a couple of days ago. And so immediately right after that rain event, we had strong, heavy aerosols being sprayed in the skies of Los Angeles. And we saw this high pressure rebuild starting yesterday morning. And now it's much bigger. We can see the pressures up to 1,022 millibar, and that is going to block all of the weather. Let's take a look at some of these maps. We have the Northeast Pacific Water Vapor Loop. You can see a lot of moisture out there. We've got four lows spinning in a pinwheel right here, and all that will be kept to the north by this high pressure that's been put back into place right here. So we'll keep an eye on all that. We have something going on here that's causing a lot of clockwise rotation. We've got heat right here, and we've got something going on right here. And then we have another system way out over here that's got heat being focused right there. That's probably either microwave or a HARP transmitter generating these giant holes to counteract the counterclockwise rotation. They use heat, which is descending air that spins clockwise, and that will neutralize the counterclockwise rotation of these large weather systems, as well as raising the core pressure. That's really the goal of these transmitters, is to raise the core pressure, which weakens the weather system. Okay, here's the infrared loop. We can see a lot of that moisture moving around the pinwheel. And Southern California is basically high and dry once again. We had a lot of chemtrail activity today as well as yesterday. Right now at 10:30, we have it's 47 degrees is the temperature. We have 92% relative humidity. The dew point is 45 degrees, and the barometric pressure is 30.03 and rising. This morning it was 29.95. Okay, let's take a look at the western U.S. water vapor loop. We can see the size of this moisture field moving into the west coast. Got a lot of heat being applied here. That's why we're getting clockwise rotation right here. Normally, back in the 70s and the 80s, these fronts would come in. They were about about 1/4 the size of what we're seeing now. And they would just move in, spin counterclockwise, move in, and move out. And right here we see another one of these right angle features. Let's take a look at this here in the infrared loop. Okay. We've got some high pressure being forced right in here. Phased array radar, which will prevent this moisture field here from merging with what's happening right here. See that big channel of dry air right in there? That is done purposely to prevent this system right here from merging with what's going on out over here. If we go back to this other map, you can see this again. We have a lot of, I think we've got 2 or 3 lows here, one here. There's actually 4 of these going around. All right. Okay, here's the East Pacific Water Vapor Loop. Not much happening here. This tropical moisture field is staying well to the south because of the high pressure that's been put into place off of California. Otherwise, we'd be getting a lot cooler temperatures and maybe some rain from all this down here. This is actually where the El Nino used to move in and deliver rain into California, but that's all being blocked. Okay, here's the jet stream map. We can see that there's a giant split in that map right here where the high pressure has been put into place. We've got some of that moving up here, and the other part moving down through Baja and out to the east. All right, here's the surface analysis map, and we can see that large area of high pressure right here, and that will block this cold front, and all this weather out here is going to be blocked. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different low pressures all spinning around in a pinwheel. And that will all be blocked. Mainly Southern California will not get any rain for the next 10 days, we're told. So once again, this is about day 2 for that high pressure that's been reinstalled. Okay, here's the wave analysis map. We can see that we've got high swells off of the coast. We've got 12 feet moving in. We've got 16 feet here, 18 and 20, 21 feet. All that surf's going to move, all the swells are going to move right into the west coast. Okay, let's take a look now at the sea level pressure analysis. We've seen this pretty much. Saw that in the beginning, that high pressure. Okay, the 500 millibar. See that low? All these lows are up here spinning. Got some ridges here. That's going to keep all this off out at sea. Okay, here's the 300 millibar. And it's pretty much the same. All right, let's take a look now at the East Coast. What's going on the East Coast? Now, about a week ago, I guess it is, about a week and a half, there was a ship. I think it was called the Carnival of the Seas, one of the largest cruise ships in the world, and that was sailing from New Jersey down, I think, to Fort Lauderdale, someplace down here in Florida. And we had one of these storms, something like this, that was just offshore, right about here. This one here will, in another day, will be right about here. And anyway, that ship left port in New Jersey and started to sail south, and it had to turn around and come back, and because it got into 30-foot seas. This giant cruise ship looks like a giant mega mall apartment building, floating apartment building. It's just a huge ship. Well, anyhow, these kind of storms are generating some hellacious swells, and we'll take a look at that right now. The swells out there right now are 24 feet over here, and then we've got 27 feet over here on the other side of this system that's moving counterclockwise. Got 2 of these. Let's go back and take a look. Right in here. So the point is that these storms, and they've got a transmitter right here, by the way. That's one thing we want to point out, is that there's a transmitter right here trying to weaken the core pressure. They're forcing descending air down into this system right here to weaken it. But by doing that, you've got high pressure right next to low pressure, and that's going to create a lot of wind, and the wind is what's whipping up these seas and generating these very, very high swells. So I would advise against taking any cruise ships these days out on the ocean, Pacific or Atlantic. Wait till the summertime. But even then, you don't know what's going to happen. So we've got 2 storms, one right after the other, and that's going to continue to whip up these seas. Okay, so that's pretty much that's the report for today, and we'll do another one tomorrow. That's it.